Hi, my name is Alex and welcome to English Rewind. Wow, so this is episode 6 and I'm already running out of ideas. I started this podcast because I want to give English learners something relaxing and easy to listen to. I also try and give advice on how to better learn a language. It doesn't really matter if you don't agree with everything I say. Rather, the purpose of this podcast is to help you become used to how the language sounds. The purpose is to help you improve your listening comprehension. I speak in an easy-to-understand way so that you can become familiar with the basics of English. Even if you don't understand everything, don't worry. That's a good thing. That means there's something new you can learn. When people learn a new language, they are often in a hurry. They want to be able to understand everything and speak fluently as soon as possible. But that's just not possible. This kind of thinking can cause you to not enjoy learning the language. You become so focused on being fluent that you don't have fun anymore. Learning a language is a journey. It's a process. It's not a race. There aren't any tests. Unless, of course, you're studying at a college. I do understand why people are so in a hurry to learn a new language. I understand why they want to become fluent as soon as possible. It's not fun learning a language and then not being able to understand what people are saying. I hate it when I can't understand a Japanese conversation. I'm learning Japanese, aren't I? What makes it even more frustrating is that some days I understand a lot, other days I understand nothing. It all depends on what's being talked about. On the days where I do understand what's being said, it feels great. I love that feeling. It motivates me. It tells me that I'm getting better, and that's why I make these podcasts. What I talk about isn't important. What is important is that you understand what I'm saying. I want you to enjoy listening to these podcasts. I want you to become excited when you're able to understand English. When learning a new language, it's important that you find things you can understand. Even though you should keep learning new things, you should also enjoy the things you already know. Learn to make use of what you know. Use the things that you are confident in. If you don't know how to say something, don't worry. Say the things you do know. Don't worry about being fluent. That takes time. Enjoy every moment of learning a new language. Make it fun. You learn a lot quicker when you're enjoying something. In previous episodes, I talked about becoming used to the basics and learning the deeper meaning of words. I talked about the nuance and context. Many times, we think that knowing a word's definition means that we've learned it. But this isn't true. Knowing the definition doesn't mean that you truly understand the word. It's like the difference between reading about someone and actually meeting them in real life. Or like the difference between being friends and being married. They're not the same. So hearing me use English words and grammar you think you already know isn't a bad thing. You need to go from being friends with English to being married to English. It sounds stupid when I say it this way, but it's the truth. When you start learning a new language, it's like meeting someone for the first time. And often after we meet new people, we have all these ideas of who we think they are. In English, we call these preconceived ideas. When you meet someone for the first time and you think you know who they are, those are preconceived ideas. When an idea is preconceived, it means it's too early. You don't really know enough about that person to think or say these things about them. It's like a girl who meets a new guy and thinks he's just so awesome and cool. That's a preconceived idea. Only a year later, she realizes he isn't perfect. What she thought about him when they met wasn't the truth. She had preconceived ideas about him. When we start learning a new language, we also have preconceived ideas. We think we know how it works, we think we know how to use certain words, but this isn't always true. Only after spending a lot of time with the language do you really begin to see the truth. You need to hear the same words and grammar being used again and again. Even though you think you know the truth, you don't always. Therefore, listening to easy English or English you think you understand is also needed in order to become fluent. You need to see a language from every side. You need to see it being used in as many ways as possible. Only then do you really understand it. Only then do you truly become fluent. This is it for episode 6 of English Rewind. I don't know what I'm going to do for episode 7, but remember to have a look at the PDF transcript where everything I'm saying now has been written down. And also, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast if you like it. Until next time, cheers.